To solve this equation, what we simply do is to break this down and say 16 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 4, then sine squared x plus 2 to the power of 4 cos squared x is equal to 10. Alright, so we can substitute by saying let a be equal to sine squared x. By trigonometric identities, we know that sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. So this implies that cos x squared would be equal to 1 minus sine x squared. And in place of sine x squared, we can put a. So cos x squared will be equal to 1 minus a. So let's come back to the original equation. The equation becomes 6. Okay, we can go with this, the second equation, 2 to the power of 4. Instead of sine squared, we put an a there, okay, plus 2 to the power of 4, and then cos squared is the same thing as 1 minus a, which is equal to 10. All right, and then we can now break this down further and say 2 to the power of 4a. When we expand this bracket, we get 2 to the power of 4 minus 4a is equal to 10. This is taking shape already. So this implies that we have 2 to the power of 4a. We can break this down to say this will become 2 to the power of 4. Because of this negative here, we can write this as 2 to the power of 4a at the bottom equal to 10. All right. So now we can substitute for the second time and say let b be equal to 2 to the power of 4a. And this implies that this equation becomes b plus 2 to the power of 4 is 16 over b, which is equal to 10. Alright, so this implies that we can multiply through by b to clear out this fraction. And when we multiply through by b, the first term becomes b times b, which is b squared. And then we have a b disappears from here and we are left with 16. And then b multiplied by 10, we get a 10b. Alright, so when we rearrange this equation, we get b squared minus 10b plus 16 is equal to 0. And when we solve this equation, this quadratic equation, we get b is equal to 8 or 2. Okay, all right, so now we get two values of b. And remember, we recall that we only substituted b to be 2 to the power of 4a. All right, so in place of b, which is equal to 8, we can say when b is equal to 8, this implies that 2 raised to the power of 4a is equal to what? 8, which implies that 2 to the power of 4a is equal to 2 to the power of 3. And when this cancels out, we see that a becomes 3 over 4. Okay, that's the first value of a. So what about when b is equal to 2? All right, this implies that 2 to the power of 4a gives us equal to 2 to the power of 1. And when this cancels out, we get the second value of a, which is equal to 1 over 4. And remember, what we are looking for in this expression is neither a nor b. We're looking for the value of x. We're looking for the value of x. Remember, recall again that the value of x, all right, we substituted a to become equal to sine squared x. So now that we have two values of a, we now substitute it back into this expression. Okay, so when a is equal to 3 over 4, let's get the value of x. This implies that 3 over 4, which is a, is equal to sine squared x. To get the value of x, what we can simply do, we can take the square root of both sides and we're left with sine x, which is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3 over 4. And that would mean that x is equal to arc sine plus or minus the square root of 3 over 4. And when you evaluate this, you're going to get the first value to become pi over 3. Alright, and then the second value would be pi minus pi over 3, and when you do that, you're going to get 2 pi over 3. Okay, that's when a is equal to 3 over 4. What about when a is equal to 1 over 4? When a is equal to 1 over 4, this implies that 1 over 4 is equal to sine squared x, and this implies that we can, the same logic, take the square root of both sides. X becomes the arc sine of what? Plus or minus the square root of 1 over 4. And when we evaluate this, we get the fixed value of x for the positive side is going to be pi over 6, and then the second value is going to be pi minus pi over 6, which is equal to 5 pi over 6. Alright, now we've gotten two values of x for a, another two values of x for the other value of a. So we can now bring down, therefore, that all the values of x that we know and many more would be pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, then we have pi over 6, and then 5 pi over 6, and many more that satisfies this equation. So thank you for checking out the video. Quite a long video, but I hope you learned a thing or two from the video. See you in the next one.